Katniss Everdeen is in the woods when a noise startles her. She turns around swiftly, bow in hand. Fortunately, it's her friend Gale. The two talk a little, but Katniss is deeply traumatized by the previous year's events. Katniss, alongside Peeta Mellark, had been chosen as tributes to participate in the 74th Annual Hunger Games. The two had emerged victorious due to Katniss' trick of threatening to eat poison berries with Peeta, forcing the Game Master to declare them winners. Unfortunately, Katniss' friendship with Peeta has suffered deeply after the games, as she revealed their entire relationship was a ploy to win. She, Peeta, and Victor/mentor Haymitch Abernathy live in the deserted Victor district in comfort and luxury. Katniss' friendship with Gale has also suffered due to her fake relationship with Peeta. Katniss says goodbye to Gale as she prepares for a victory tour. Katniss finds Panem's President Snow in her house. He knows how Katniss manipulated the game and is angry as her defiance has caused riots throughout the 12 districts. He wants Katniss and Peeta to continue their love facade on the upcoming tour. Katniss and Peeta give a beautiful speech in District 11 where Rue, Katniss' ally in the games, lived. Their address causes an uprising and a man is executed for it by the peacekeepers. Consequently, Katniss and Peeta must stay on script to avoid creating more trouble. Katniss is disturbed watching how cruelly the peacekeepers treat the citizens. Snow is still concerned with the riots and wishes to eliminate the two. However, the new Game Master, Plutarch Heavensbee, asks Snow to villainize Katniss following the couple's engagement a few days prior. Katniss and Peeta's tour ends in the capital and she meets and hates Plutarch. Snow congratulates them on their engagement, but he locks eyes with Katniss, showing he isn't convinced yet. Katniss realizes that their lives will be controlled by Snow for as long as they live. Katniss gets back home and has an argument with Gale regarding the engagement. She tells Gale they should leave the district since Snow threatened to execute their families if more uprisings continue. Suddenly, a lot of military vans carrying the capital's peacemakers arrive in the district. The peacekeepers raid people's homes, confiscating and burning everything. Gale and Katniss run to the district to help out where they can. Gale jumps at a peacekeeper, causing him to get arrested and publicly flogged at the district square. Katniss sees this and tries to intervene, causing the peacekeeper to pull out his gun. Haymitch explains that Katniss is a beloved victor, and the peacekeeper agrees to leave her alone this time. Katniss, Peeta, and Haymitch take Gale to treat his wounds. A few days later, Gale explains that seeing other districts rebelling against the oppressive powers of Snow gives people hope for a better future. Soon, the 75th Annual Hunger Games is announced by Snow. Since this is the third quarter since the games began, also called the Quarter Quell, Snow announces that things will be different. This time, the tributes will be selected from the Hunger Games victors. Katniss is so devastated that she runs into the woods for air. Later, Katniss asks Haymitch to volunteer if Peeta's name is called at the reaping ceremony. Only 3 victors reside in District 12. She makes Haymitch promise to save Peeta first if the situation demands. Effie Trinket, the chaperone, reads Katniss and Haymitch's names. Immediately, Peeta volunteers in Haymitch's stead. The tributes are led away without being given a chance to bid farewell to their loved ones. On the train ride to the capital, Effie is affected by the unfair decision but hopes to present a united front. Haymitch tells the tributes to forget everything they think they know from the previous game, as the stakes are higher this time. They're dealing with other victors/killers, so they need allies, as they are the newest kids on the block. Haymitch introduces the two to other players, pointing out their strengths and weaknesses. For their first appearance before the crowd, Katniss does the fire trick. Training begins, and Katniss interacts with a few tributes. On the final night, Katniss watches how various people manipulate the audience to get sponsors who gift people with essentials in the game. Katniss appears on the show wearing the dress she would have worn on her wedding day as directed by Snow. Katniss twirls around, causing the dress to catch fire and transform into a mockingjay. Peeta reveals that he and Katniss wed in secret. He gives an emotional speech, claiming that Katniss is pregnant. The announcement causes a stir in the crowd as all the tributes stand in unison to cancel the game. Unfortunately, the game continues, so Effie and Haymitch bid farewell to the tributes. Cinna is badly beaten for the Mockingjay trick while Katniss watches before being transported to the arena. She finds herself on a platform on the beach. She swims quickly to get her weapons just as Finnick appears and reveals Effie had arranged for them to be allies. The two save Peeta and run into the jungle with Finnick's old mentor Mags in tow. Mags had volunteered for the games after a young girl and Finnick's love interest Annie was chosen. Peeta is cutting through a bunch of trees when he hits a force field and gets electrocuted. Finnick performs chest compressions and Peeta resuscitates. Later, the group settles for the night. They receive a gift that allows them to tap into a tree for water. Katniss is keeping watch when she sees a fog coming in. The mist burns her hand, so she wakes everyone and they start running. Unfortunately, Peeta is badly burned, so Mags walks into the fog so Finnick and Katniss can carry Peeta. The group falls into a ditch and Katniss watches as the mist draws near. It reaches a force field and stops. The trio washes their wounds and the water heals them. Suddenly, mutated apes called mandrills attack them. The trio battles their way into the ocean, with another camouflaged player getting severely bitten by the mandrills as she jumps in to save Peeta. The group makes it to the beach and sees a huge wave crashing into another field. Geek players Wirus and Beatty and District 7 tribute Joanna get on the beach, claiming to have been drowned in blood. Katniss and Peeta are bothered when Joanna comments something about sacrificing themselves for the two. Wirus keeps saying tick-tock, making Katniss realize that the hazards are set to occur every hour. The group walks to the clock-designed platform and tries to figure out the meaning. Several players attack the group and eliminate Wirus. Katniss goes after another player, so the Game Master spins the platform around. Katniss falls into the water but survives when the platform resets. After leaving the platform, the group is attacked by Jabberjays who mimic their loved ones. Finnick and Katniss are caught in a force field with the Jabberjays. After terrorizing them, the Jays disappear. Joanna is angry at the game and Snow for the deception in putting them under the knife again despite winning. She and Katniss have a tense relationship. Beatty proposes an idea to trap the careers, tributes who've dedicated their lives to winning the Hunger Games, on the beach and electrocute them. While preparing, Peeta gives Katniss a medallion necklace with pictures of Gale and her family. He urges her to do her best for the people who need her. Katniss is overwhelmed and kisses Peeta, saying she needs him. This is witnessed by Snow, who congratulates Plutarch for predicting this moment. The group sets out to a tree where the lightning strikes to start their plan. Katniss and Joanna are tasked with taking the cord to the beach while Finnick and Peeta stay behind to protect Beatty. The women are ambushed by two careers, Brutus and Enobaria, who cut the cord. Joanna hits Katniss with a rock on the head, cuts the tracker off her hand, smears blood on her neck and asks her to stay down. She flees with the careers chasing her. Katniss rushes back to the tree and finds Beatty convulsing on the floor from electrocution after touching the tree's force field. Peeta and Finnick are nowhere to be seen. A sudden movement in the woods prompts Katniss to draw an arrow. Finnick appears, calling out for Katniss. Katniss wants to eliminate Finnick, thinking he has betrayed him, but Finnick asks her to remember who the real enemy is. Thunder booms above as the lightning prepares to hit the tree. Katniss grabs an arrow, ties it with the electrical wire, and shoots at the dome just as lightning strikes. The impact blasts her away, but the arrow successfully hits the dome, resulting in an electricity outage. Snow, who has been deeply engrossed in watching Katniss, calls out for Plutarch. In the dome, Katniss watches in satisfaction as the dome starts collapsing. A giant plane carries her away, and when she wakes up, she finds Beatty lying beside her in the plane. She walks toward the next room where people are conversing. She's surprised to see Haymitch, Finnick, and Plutarch. Katniss lunges after Haymitch, but he holds her down and explains everything. They are part of a rebellious group dwelling in District 13. The plan was to get Katniss out, and several tributes including Joanna were in on it. That's why she cut off Katniss' tracker. Unfortunately, she and Peeta had been captured by Snow and were in the capital. Katniss hits Haymitch for prioritizing her over Peeta, so Plutarch sedates her. She wakes up a few days later to Gale by her side. Gale reveals that Katniss' family is safe in District 13. However, following the escape, Snow dropped firebombs on District 12, burning it to the ground. Katniss is horrified to learn that there is no District 12. However, her face turns to that of determination as she promises to put an end to Snow's dictatorship. Do leave a comment telling us your favorite part of the movie. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next recap. Until next time, folks, take care and goodbye.